Hey guys, welcome back to Prince Sultan Air Base and another episode of The Phoenix and the Chief. I'm your host, Sergeant Stanford. General Walker and Chief Chadick, aka your Phoenix and Chief, have a lot to talk about today, so let's get rolling. What's on your mind today, Phoenix?
Hey, thanks, Amanda. I'd like to start by talking about the next round of community standards. So I handed it out to senior leaders across the wing, and in a soft release, so I'm not going to sign it until the 1st of June, but it goes into effect the 1st of June, but we're releasing it so that you know what to expect in the 1st of June. One of the big changes that's going to affect everybody is we're going to service-specific PT-only gear in the gym. And you won't be allowed into the gym if you don't have your service-specific PT gear on.
Additionally, the Air Force has changed the parent document on dress and appearance. So ball caps are being phased out on 31 May, so 1 June, no more ball caps. Now, if you happen to be here and you don't have a patrol cap, you may have a little bit of grandfather time as you rotate out. But really, if you got a patrol cap, start wearing that patrol cap come 1 June.
And what I would ask is, as you start linking up with your replacements, make sure your replacements know that they can't wear a ball cap, they got to bring a patrol cap. Now, I have signed a policy letter that allows us to continue to wear floppy hats. And the reason is because we don't have a lot of sun protection, and the floppy cap is the only U.S. military issue item that we have that provides protection to your ears and to your face and to your neck. So we're going to continue to allow people to wear the floppy cap here at PSAB. I also want to take an opportunity to just talk a little bit about quarantine and isolation ops. So I'm really proud of the team, as we're starting to churn people through quarantine and isolation and get them back into the general population and into their work centers. I'm really impressed with the discipline that's going on, and what we're doing is working.
Absolutely. And to make sure that we know that it's working, we're going to have a conversation with one of our Master Sergeants recently released from quarantine. We have the honor of having Master Sergeant Jeremy Taki with one of our fighter squadrons from parts unknown, and he's here to talk to us because he was recently released from our 5-star tent quarantine area. So, Master Sergeant Taki, what could you tell us about your quarantine experience here at Prince Sultan?
So once we got off the aircraft and got bussed into the quarantine zone, it was really formal and structured. We got off the bus and we got our temperatures checked right away. They got us into our tents, and that same day we actually got swabbed for COVID. We did end up with a few positives, and in that situation they were isolated, and then the tents that they were assigned to, those tent individuals, were also put into separate tents, and then their quarantine clock restarted. We worked a lot with the Q-Town leadership team to relay information, enforce standards, so we took a lot of time doing quality control checks around the Q-Town area to make sure people were maintaining that social distancing and just enforcing standards. It kind of gets monotonous doing the same thing every day because you don't have a lot to do. So it's important for people to, when they are coming inbound, to make sure that they have stuff that keeps them occupied. One thing I will add is that there is a Wi-Fi spot in the quarantine zone. That helps a little bit, but I will caveat that with the internet is pretty slow. It's enough to check emails, maybe talk to family back home. Another thing I might add too is to bring some snacks, because the food you get is pretty limited. They have hot meals that come out for breakfast and lunch, and then you have an MRE for dinner, and that's for the whole 14 days. So if you like to have certain snacks, make sure you bring those with you.
In your line of work as a first sergeant, you're responsible for maintaining standards and holding people accountable through the act of discipline. We have some strict protocols for sanitization inside the quarantine/isolation area. And we know that COVID is spread through droplets. And so there was some certain cleaning protocols that we had to follow. Can you talk to those things and how that was a challenge?
Yes, sir. So each pod, which consists of 6 tents in a row, is responsible for their own latrine and shower. They only can use that one latrine and that one shower, and they're responsible for cleaning that. Each tent is responsible a different day for cleaning that shower and that latrine. So we have a small connex that's full of cleaning supplies, and then they're responsible for going in and cleaning the toilets, cleaning the sinks, doing a good mop job, making sure everything's sanitary and clean.
That's great, because this is going to set some expectation management for those people that are inbound to us. as far as, one, what to expect when you're coming to the quarantine area, two, what to expect while you're waiting inside the quarantine area, and how we're going to make sure that we prevent the spread of COVID.
Hey, Mess Sergeant, thanks for coming and talking to us and giving us some insight into your quarantine ops. We look forward to what you and your team all bring to the fight, and we look forward to seeing you around camp and working with you.
Sir, and speaking of forces in the fight, why don't we go talk to our Army Air Defense guys and gals to see what they've been doing for us here at Prince Sultan Air Base.
Eastbound and down. Let's roll. Hey, everybody. So we are out on Pat Site 15, and it's crazy. It's like hot and sandy out here. It's totally different from the LSA. Hey, we got somebody with us. What's your name?
Staff Sergeant Tillerington.
Okay, where are you from?
Lakewood, Washington.
Originally?
Yes.
Deployed here from?
Fort Hood, Texas.
And your unit is?
4588 Charlie Battery.
Okay, and then what training are we going to be doing today?
We are going to be doing MSE reload. We are going to be showing you guys how to move cans, basically showing you how reload is done.
Okay, so the cans are like a great big rectangular 30-foot long box that holds a Patriot missile. Is that right?
Roger that.
All right. So what's the first step? Where are we headed?
The first step, right now we're going to be showing you my crew members first.
All right.
And then we'll be going through tag training and then safety training.
Okay.
So I understand that there's 3 people that are going to be doing this reload. I'll be training you as a safety, and then the other 2 will be trained by...
Why does the general get to be the safety?
highest ranking.
Oh, that's some bull crap.
I'm the most dangerous one here.
He is.
That's
All right.
accurate.
Keep going, Sergeant.
All right, so I'll be training you as a safety, and then my tags will be training you guys as tag operators to guide the can down to the area where we need it to be.
Okay.
From right to left, this is Specialist Palmer. He's my signal. PFC Brown, soon to be Specialist Brown, is crew member 1, and PFC Sanchez, soon to be Specialist Sanchez, is crew member 2.
And then we got Specialist McDonald here.
Specialist McDonald.
All
He's the crane operator. He's going to be the one tugging you and pulling you with those cans up there.
Okay. So now we're gonna watch the demo.
Yep, you're
that
going
right?
to watch the demo. We're going to exercise the crane and then get some can movement.
Okay.
It really sounds simple when you talk like that, but I'm sure it's way more complicated than my little Arkansas brain will fathom. So we have the back of the truck, and on the back of the truck is a little bit of a crane / almost a little bit of mechanical arm that will lift up the weapons, the cans, and put them into place. And so we're going to learn how to do that.
So right now they're getting the beam out. They're doing their checks. They're hooking up their tag lines right before they start moving around the crane.
All right.
So if they can start moving this around, they're taking it out. They're hooking it up, and then when they're done with that, they'll be getting down. We'll come up. We'll do our checks.
Okay.
But right now, the only thing we don't need to do is get up there and pull on anything. We just got to do a visual inspection.
Right.
Make sure everything's hooked up until that crane is moved, and then the cables will come down. Want to hop up, sir?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so we're up on top of this can. My battle is Private First Class Sanchez is my battle. We're on top of this can, and he is teaching me to make sure that it is locked in place and how to unlock it using a torque wrench. And this thing has to be a certain foot-pound to be correct.
Next step, PTO.
Next up, PTO. Palmer! Go ahead.
So we got this little crane, mini crane on the back of it. It's in 3 10-foot sections, and we're extending it right now. We got a safety guy watching, Specialist Palmer, directing traffic on that. I think we're going to do some work about the hashtag Get After.
That's when Stanford signs off.
Yeah, about to get this working right now. They're lowering down. We're about to pull the hook off and inspect the wire. You want to inspect the wire before you ever put a load on it, because if there's any cracks or frays on it, you don't want, obviously you don't want it to snap, so.
So what's happening right now is we're going through a little bit of OJT. They're demo performing how to take one of these cans off of the truck. They've hooked up the crane. They've got an I-beam supporting this. We got 2 guys on tag, which is kind of like a belay if you are rappelling down, to keep this thing stable and from rocking back and forth and rocking up and down. These 2 gentlemen are very proficient at their job. They're watching this thing, being very safe. Release the can here on the center blocks. We're resting the rockets on the center blocks, and now we're going to go back and grab another one.
All right, sir, we're going to let you do your thing. And then when you're done, come back for a minute and say a question.
Okay, very good. Hey, thanks for spending some time with the command chief and I. You know, one of the things that I like to say is without air defense, we're kind of just a big, fat, juicy target out here. And it's 4580A with the Patriot, the THAAD site here, and your anti-ballistic missile and counter-UAS capability is what keeps us safe on a 24/7, 365 basis. So thanks for that. So I want to turn it over to you guys. You guys got any questions of the command chief and I?
How much more often do you think will this Air Force/Army conjunction with air defense will last for the future?
For this base?
Yes, in terms of cooperation.
Yeah, I think that it will stay as it is as long as we have an American footprint here. So, you know, we have to defend the base, and the reason why we're here is the power projection capabilities that the airfield and the aircraft at the base brings to the joint force. So I see this being a relationship that we will maintain and make better as we continue to integrate our capabilities.
Hey, I just want to tell you guys thank you for teaching myself, the General, and Master Sergeant Imler your craft. It is like synchronized swimming. It is everything. Everybody has to work together or you drown. And you guys have shown me what great teamwork looks like. I am very impressed with my battle buddy Sanchez and Sergeant Imler's battle buddy Brown and the staff sergeant watching the single seat fighter pilot guy. So we are very happy to be out here learning your craft. I mean, this is something that the boss and I don't get to do often, but you guys are model warriors, and we thank you for what you're doing out here in the dirt. Cool.
Well, the General stole my closing once again. But thank you guys for allowing us to come out and see what y'all do. Man in the Sand questions are always welcome. Feel free to hit up Public Affairs if you have any more. Stay tuned for the next episode, May 27th. Until then, stay sandy and stay cool.